Triton Nation, we're at the home opener. Iowa Central Community College Triton's taking on the Wisconsin Badgers here down at Crimmins Field in Fort Dodge, Iowa. We're a little rainy today, so if we have any issues with this recording, apologize in advance for that. Your starting lineup for your Tritons. At number 1, Lane Prusner. Number 2, Hunter Staub. Number 3, Malik Thomas. Coming in at number 4, Triton Thompson. Number 5, Tuya Tupuola. Number 6, Alec Johnson. Number 7, Michael Carnes. Filling in at the number 8 slot is Ezra Olberg. Number 9 is Pierre Wansbury. Number 10 is Reese Smith. Number 11, Gus Sokol. 12 is Jaden Williams. Number 13 is Gregor Gorley. Number 14 is Aaron Craw. And number 15, riding out your starting lineup, Viance Vano. Substitutions for the day, Damian Mawala, Kyle Banks, Elijah Hayes, Maceo Cummings, Dakota Southworth, Hugo Minar, Jeremiah Flowers, and Malachi Vantagiato. And we are off. The first kickoff did not make it 10 meters. Tritons are going to elect for a scrum. Wisconsin with a massive push. They spun the scrum there, but Pierre Wansbury on top of things, getting the ball out of the back of it. Viance Vano took that one in. Wansbury to Ezra Ulberg, running hard up the gut. Ezra switching from number 12 last year, sticking it in at number 8 today. Jaden Williams at fly half. They're filling in for fly half there. Reese Smith lost in the backfield. Reese Smith getting that one out to Ezra Ulberg again. Running hard. Appears to be a penalty advantage for the Tritons for offsides. Reese Smith with a dummy, taking it up in himself. No advantage gain. Tritons have a straight arm in their favor. Just on their side of the 50. Appears that Reese Smith is going to be kicking for touch here. Reese Smith with a massive boot, finding touch with ease. It's going to be a Triton line out right about 30 out from the try zone. Hunter Staub with his first throw of the day. Beautiful line out. Gregor Gorley breaking through the center there. Looking for an offload out to his back line. Finds the ground instead. Gus Sokol keeping that one in, tossing it in, but it looks like touch was actually called. It will be a line out to the Badgers.
That's all right. Next one, Gregor. Next one, yeah? Let's go. You're good. You're good.
It appears that Iowa Central and Wisconsin are both running 5-man lineouts today. Big tackle by Ezra Ulberg. Wisconsin's there to ruck quickly. A kick for clearance out of their own 20-T into the hands of Viance Vano. And they're going to call it a knock-on. Wet conditions out here. That one just went right through his hands and off his chest. Scrum down awarded to the Badgers. Both teams today are blessed with a great referee and the talents of Christopher Draper. A nice pick and go to the weak side. 8-man followed well. Advantage to Iowa Central. Picked up quickly by Michael Carnes. And then knocked in contact. They're going to play the first knock, though, and it's going to be Iowa Central advantage. Or I apologize. Advantage killed. Iowa Central scrum down. So far, the Badgers have had the upper hand in the scrums. Triton's definitely held strong in that one, though. Got that ball out nicely. 8-man pick. Reese Smith around the backside. Vion Zvano, he's getting that one out to Gus Sokol. Gus Sokol's got some wheels on him if he can find some open space. Jaden Williams getting that one out to Ezra Ulberg. Running a little sideways, offloading eventually to Milek Thomas. Alec Johnson and Aaron Craw, also known as Cheeto, on the chase for this kick. Alec Johnson making first contact there. Cheeto to help. And Badgers are getting pinned down a little bit inside their 5, but they're finding some space and getting some offloads. Getting settled inside their 22. Look for a kick here, probably. And a massive hit from Aaron Craw. And there was a knock on and then into touch. Option to Iowa Central. Appears that Iowa Central is going to choose the scrum today. Not backing down. Scrum is right on the 5-meter line. Right on the 5-meter line. If Iowa Central can get this out, they got an entire field of space to work with. Little difficulty in the scrum so far. That ball won nicely by the Tritons. Reese Smith, a beautiful dumb in. He's got a clean pathway to the try zone. Try time, Reese Smith. Iowa Central Tritons go up 5-0 at home in the first match. About 7.5 minutes in. That's just too much space and too much talent to defend there. Reese Smith will also be on the boot today. Reese Smith sizing it up. Just like that, down the center, 7-0. Tritons have the advantage at home. A lot of game time left, though.
Same again, Smithy, same again.
The kickoff to start the match did not go 10. We'll see if Wisconsin can make some adjustments here. They might try to go a little bit deeper on this one. And they don't. It goes about 13. Well contested in the air by Wisconsin, and it appears that's going to be a play on. Wisconsin has the ball. A good tackle there by Michael Carnes. Reese Smith making a big tackle on the move there. Gregor Gourlay looking for the poach there, gets rucked off. Wisconsin maintains possession. Triton Thompson with a big tackle. Flanker for Wisconsin taking it hard into contact. Again, about 6 or 7 meters after contact there. And the tackle forced a offload that actually got knocked on. Wisconsin dived on it, and it is going to be a Iowa Central scrum down. Looks like an early substitution for the Badgers. Very wet conditions out here. Continue to have some trouble getting a solid scrum set. Ezra Ulberg drawing in a couple defenders. They got a 3-on-1. Vion Zvano looking for an offload. He's going to take it into contact. Malik Thomas getting a touch. Big tackle by the 12 there. Taking down the powerful tight head prop.
Get reset, guys. Get reset. Come on. Raise the whites.
Appeared to be a minor infraction. Not 100% sure on what that call was. But
Malik, you gotta get lower.
either way, we're going to have an Iowa Central scrum here. And a big push from the Badgers again, but Iowa Central finds a way to get it out. Pierre Wansbury taking that one into contact. Malik Thomas carrying that one. Pierre Wansbury getting this one out to Ezra Ulberg. Nice scoop off the ground there. And an offload to Michael Carnes. It's going to go off of him into a knock, and then knocked on again by the Badgers. So we will be playing the first knock. It will be a Wisconsin Badgers scrum down here. I believe the time is off.
Go get you some, Mike. Go get you some, Mike.
A big scrum by the Badgers. 8-man pick off to the 9. Both of those tracked down well by Triton defenders. Wobbly pass pulled in nicely by the number 13 for the Badgers. And hands were on, attempting to poach. Ball not released. It will be a penalty in favor of the Tritons. Reese Smith has quite a boot on him, but we'll see what he wants to do here.
Good work, Mike. Good work, Mike. Good work, Ezra. Michael.
And Reese Smith is going to go for post on this one. Just a reminder to those of you that might not be too familiar with the game, kicking for post off a penalty is worth 3 points if it goes in, but if it misses and it stays in the field of play, it is a live ball. So Iowa Central will certainly have some chasers on this. All players on the field going to be alert. If converted, this one will be from 41 meters out.
Mike, under your sock. Under your sock. Chase it. Live ball. Live ball.
That ball goes wide, and it is going to be a 22-meter drop.
Heads up, Cheeto.
A nice deep kick from the Badgers here. Ezra Olberg back to counter that one. Runs hard into contact and gets back up for another taste.
Don't tip the rep, sir.
Good clean out by Reese Smith, and the Tritons are charging. Malik Thomas with an offload of Jaden Williams. He finds a little space. He's going to take this one into contact. Aaron Craw quickly there to ruck over with Vion Zvano. Illegal hands in the ruck by the Badgers. Hands in the ruck there. They thought the player must have thought that he might have had rights to that one. Sir says otherwise. Reese Smith is going to be kicking for touch on this. And he finds touch with ease. It's going to put him about 10 meters out from the try line. Fantastic referee, or fantastic touch judge there, Damian Wallace. Getting a good mark there. Hunter Staub with the throw. It's going to be just over the hands and into a Triton player. Poached in the ruck, knocked on. It appears that it's an advantage to the Badgers at this moment. Tackle there by Jaden Williams. Advantage gain, says the sir. Even play now. Aaron Craw taking the winger for Badgers into touch again. It's going to be quite a competition on the outside for the number. Oh, an attempted quick go by the Tritons. There's going to be a lot of space to work with there if that ball would have been in play. Badgers were alerted quickly, though, so it would have been fun to watch. Another ball over the top. Kicked by Wisconsin off the foot of Pierre Wansbury. It's a play on, even play here. Badgers have possession. A kick by the Badgers. A straight up bounce. Gus Sokol running back to get that one off his hands backwards. It's a clean play. Badgers pick it up. Gregor Gorley firing off, getting a body on the scrummy. And we're going to play the original knock. It'll be a Badger scrum down just in Triton territory. Triton's fighting back on this one, and a beautiful hook steals that one back for the blue. A low ball, and Pierre Wansbury scooping that one up. Massive cleanouts and a lot of contact in those rucks. This match is turning gritty in a hurry. Malik Thomas getting a touch. He's running over one guy, getting tackled by another. And a big clean out again in the ruck. Reese Smith just putting a nice little touch on it into an open space. Vion Zvano on the chase here. Wisconsin's keeping it in play. Cheeto, Aaron Craw picking it up. He's off to the races. He's getting offloaded to the inside. Jaden Williams, he's looking for a try. And a beautiful play. I'm not sure what the call is. I think he might have got that ball down. It looks like it was. Try awarded. It looks like he slapped the ball down. That's Jaden Williams. As of now, it is try awarded. There is a conversation going on. And it looks like try awarded. Giants are up 12-0 right now. And it appears that the call was that a Wisconsin player knocked the ball backwards out of the hands, and another Triton player jumped on the ball and scored the try. Try was not awarded to Jaden Williams, but it was awarded to another player in blue. Therefore, we are sitting at 12-0. Reese Smith with a try attempt in front of the post. He's going to slot that one with ease. And it is 14-0. Triton's up. Less than 18 to go in this first half.
What was this winger doing over here? Keeping it in? Cost him a try.
And we're back at it here. Wisconsin with the kickoff. They're going to elect to go deep on this one. It appears Pierre Wansbury taking that one. He's going to kick straight in a touch from behind the 20T. It's going to be a line out to the Badgers. Just inside Wisconsin territory. For those of you that might be unfamiliar, if you kick the ball directly into touch or you kick it and it bounces into touch and you are behind your 22, it is a line out to the other team, but the ball does not come back to where you kicked it. If you kick it from outside of your 22 and it goes straight into touch, it is an option to go back up. So what they did there was just taking some territory, a beautiful stolen lineup by the Tritons, and Ezra Olberg getting that one out of the ruck. Massive diving over there. Tritons are going to have a penalty straight arm. And I believe Reese Smith is probably going to be kicking for touch here. He's got quite a leg on him. We'll see how far it gets for the Tritons on this one.
Hands up. Stop. Do we have a touch judge here? It looked a lot like to touch this line. Quick.
Touch judge, clear downfield. Damian Wallace set up clear downfield, looking for a deep kick, and the ball goes straight to the sideline. He missed the call, but due to honor on the coaching staff of the Iowa Central and a beautiful set of eyes off of Chris Draper there, it's going to be a line out to the Badgers as Aaron Craw just touched his foot on the line there. Knocked down in favor of the Badgers, but Alec Johnson read that one perfectly. He's got the scoop, a 20-meter run. Tritons on the charge again. Tuya Tupuola. Reese Smith with a skip pass there out to Gregor Gorley. He's looking for a little bit of space. He's got a 3-and-1 on the outside. Viance Vano charging down the field, gets it off to Gus Sokol. Wisconsin quick to recover there, and Michael Carnes is just going to take this one into contact. Off the foot and then dribbled forward just a bit by Malik Thomas there. It's going to be a scrum. Oh, it appears that it's going to be a penalty offsides. It does go off the foot there. Malik Thomas was ahead of it. That is a good call by Chris Draper there. It was only about a half a meter, but it was a kick and he was offsides. It's going to be a penalty advantage to the Badgers, so they're just going to tap and go on this one. And Hunter Staub with a quick heads-up play, playing the man. We're going to see what the call is here. It's going to be a 22. Hunter Staub straight up got tackled after he kicked that ball. And that was missed. There was a lot of bodies in the way. But it is going to be a 22 dropout from the Wisconsin Badgers. When the ball is touchdown, when the ball is kicked out of the back of the try-zone or touchdown by the opposition in their own try-zone, it is a 22-meter dropout. The ball only has to go 1 meter, but a lot of times you elect to kick a little deeper. That's what they chose there. Got it past the 50, and Viance Vano brought it back up inside the 10-meter. Ezra Ulberg taking on a couple defenders, getting an offload to Reese Smith. He gives a dummy pass, ends up getting tackled. But Triton's quick to ruck on that one. It's going to be an offsides advantage in favor of the Tritons. If they secure this, they're going to be able to get hands out. Gregor Gorley making a nice run. And it is going to be kill the advantage there with a double movement in the tackle. Cannot go quick, says the sir. They're either, most likely they're going to be going for a kick into touch, or they're going to elect for a scrum here. See what they choose. And it looks like they're going to be electing for a scrum.
Good stuff, Greg. Let's go, boys. Get some more, son.
For those unfamiliar, off a penalty, which is when the sir puts up a straight arm, you have a few different options. You can elect to tap and go like Wisconsin did on the last one. You can elect to kick for post like we tried earlier. You can elect for a scrum, which is what just happened, and a lost scrum at that. Wisconsin has the ball, but Tritons are marching forward down them. Big hits all around here. An attempted kick doesn't go very far. Gus Sokol scoops it up, and it's Triton ball right about the 5-meter line. Malik Thomas, he's got a little bit of space there, runs hard, right outside the try line. Alec Johnson with the movement Swims over one defender, gets past another, dots it down. It's try time for the Tritons. 19-0 is your tally. And Reese Smith's going to have a chance to put 2 more up for his team. Reese Smith sizing this one up. Step back in the approach. Clean boot, but the flags stay down. Just off to the side. And it will remain 19-0 here. Tritons over the Badgers. Less than 10 to play in this first half. Coming off of last year's match at Wisconsin, we knew that this was going to be a hard-fought battle in the trenches, and it is proving to be just that so far. Quite a battle in the scrums. Lineouts have been pretty split so far. A lot of power on both sides in those rucks. A quick little squibber up the center. Wisconsin might have had that if they didn't knock that on or touch it. No, it appears that they might have touched it before it went 10 meters. So it will be a scrum down to Iowa Central. A big scrum by the Badgers. Eventually that ball was picked up out of the back by number 8. The substitute winger is on. He's getting offload to the scrum half. Knock on by the Badgers. Ball came straight out the tunnel. Oh. The whistle blew and then the charge went. Celebrations came after by the Badgers for great scrum after the whistle. But we have another scrum down here to the Tritons. That last one popped out the side. Another big drive by the Badgers, held off by the Tritons. Reese Smith getting a skip pass out to Vion Zvano. He's got some space on the wing. They've got a 2-on-1 with the outside. Gus Sokol, he's running hard, taking that one into contact. Getting stood up by some Badgers, and they're driving him back pretty hard. Reese Smith getting this one off to Ezra Ulberg. Reese Smith getting this one out to Malik Thomas. He's taking it hard into contact. Badgers met him nicely there again. Reese Smith with a kick over the top. Alec Johnson calling for that. Aaron Craw there for a quick poach. And a stolen ball. Triton ball within the 22. Good awareness by Alec Johnson to call that one out and point that out to his fly. And we got a 6-on-0 on the outside and just a low pass. A quick sidestep by Michael Carnes. And a dummy to the outside. He's going to turn it inside. He's got to try.
Yes, boys!
Good heads-up play there by Michael Carnes. And a great skip pass clear out to the outside. Tritons are going to go up here 25-0. 5 minutes left in the first half.
Nice, Alec.
All of this set up from the beautiful vision of Alec Johnson. Seeing that the wing was creeped up, called for a kick over the top, chased it down himself. Poach from Cheeto, and the rest of the story was there. Reese Smith sizing up another kick here. I apologize. I messed up the score earlier. Went from 19 to 24 to 0, not 25. My apologies there. But it does not matter because we're going to add 2 more and make it 26 to 0. Triton advantage. 4 minutes left in this first half. Both teams out here are still hungry. Both teams want another try before the half. Another deep kick by the Badgers. I would imagine Pierre is going to kick for touch. No, he's not. They're going to counter from the back. Deep inside the 22. Vion Zvano finding a line. Getting an offload to Pierre Wansbury, who's looking for a little bit of support as he shreds through there. Cheeto, Aaron Craw. He's looking for the outside. He's got to turn the corner. He's got one more to beat. That ball stays in, still in. That ball stayed in, but it was called out by the touch judge. A little bit of confusion by both teams there. We're going to call it dead and give the scrum down to Wisconsin, I believe, who had possession at the time.
Trust your speed, 11. Trust your speed.
A nice kick by the Badgers. This one dribbles out of bounds. And it will stay a line out to the Tritons. I thought it was going to be a quick go for sure. But good clock management there. A deep ball, not straight. Option to the Badgers. And they are going to elect a scrum here.
Wet ball, Tritons. Think about it.
It's been a while since the Badgers have possession inside the 10 for the Tritons. Huge early pushes. No ball inserted. Referee Draper instructing them again. Ball has to be in before there is a drive. And that ball is out the back with an 8-man pick by Wisconsin. He's running sideways across the field. Obstruction, but nonetheless a massive tackle on the outside by Gus Sokol. And a knock on by the Badgers. Triton advantage. Tuya Tupuola picking that one up, getting it offload to Jaden Williams. He's going to run hard into a strong Badger defender there. Nice offloads in contact. And it's going to be a knock on by the Tritons. Wisconsin possession. I reckon this scrum down will probably be the last play. Horn just went off. Again, the sir does keep the official time. Getting more difficulties in the scrum. A spun scrum is going to lead to an end-of-play whistle. That will be the halftime. 10-minute halftime here coming up. Tritons go in up 26-0. And we will be taking a short break here. Kind of feel like you're back home, huh?
Rugby weather. We love it.
This time next year. How you feeling, Allie? Don't hate me. How was last night? Anders? Mental health day. Welcome to fire me. Yeah, I was told wrong information apparently. I was bad last night anyway.
What side is Corey?
For the funeral? Yeah. I'm in.
take out that.
Well, you could have put that flag up earlier when that guy was clearly out of bounds.
When?
When you were down there and he was down here.
Guys,
You gotta
first
put the
time
flag
I've
up
done
when
this.
you're
I'll say that one more time
I
today,
can't believe
and then
that,
I'm
to
gonna
be
throw
honest.
this flag over the fence.
I really can't believe this is the first time you left on the sideline.
touch, so he's trying to give people a little bit of leeway. Because he can't get anybody beat on the corner, so he runs straight in the box.
Yeah, actually, it's starting to make sense now. Is both over here? No. To be honest, no, I don't.
I don't know if that would hold.
I don't think it is.
Per square foot. Yeah. You're getting pretty close. You might be able to go.
Pretty blatant directive.
Work. Keep working, Alec.
All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Go now. Your scrum now, Malik. Your scrum. Make his life uncomfortable, mate.
We got at least one substitution in. We got Hugo Minar coming in. We also have Dakota Southworth coming in. He's charging down this ball right now, and he's going to be the first one to make contact there. He's making his presence known. First step on the pitch. We also have Jeremiah Flowers coming in for Gus Sokol on the outside for wing. Hunter Staub making a big tackle there. And the wet conditions continue to plague. A kick over the top there. Scooped up by Vian Zvano. He's going to step off the first defender. And then run right into another herd of Badgers. Hugo Minar getting this one out to Reese Smith. He's getting a nice offload there to Jaden Williams. Jaden Williams taking this one in, getting it settled down. Lane Prusner getting his first touch of the game, and he is making a statement there. Tackled nicely by the big guy for Wisconsin. Hugo Minar looking for somewhere to shift into. Instead, he's going to take that one down and settle it. Hunter Staub taking that one into contact. Dakota Southworth on the ruck. Slip conditions. Right out of the hands of Hugo Minar. Scooped up by a Badger and quickly attempted poach by the Tritons to kill the advantage quick. It's going to be a scrum down in favor of the Badgers. The 8-man making a couple very nice moves. One defender away from finding a lot of space there. Thankfully, Reese Smith got a good shirt tackle on him. Another pick and go by the Badgers. Slip conditions. It's going to be a knock on by the Badgers. Scooped up well by Hunter Staub. Tritons have possession. Skip pass out to Viance Vano. There's a lot of space on the outside, and apparently the inside gets a nice offload after a tackle to Pierre Wansbury. And Pierre is going to dive in. He's going to go try time for the Tritons. It's going to be 31-0. Pending conversion attempt here.
You got me now? There we go.
Solid improvisation on the outside there. Bringing it back in.
Yeah, I bet he can't take it now. Let's go, baby.
Try awarded to Pierre Wansbury. Assist to Viance Vano. With the substitution of Hugo Minar going on, Gregor Gorley coming off, that's going to put Hugo Minar at the 10 position, Reese Smith sneaking into 12, and Jaden Williams sliding out to 13.
Show me one more time. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going.
Dakota, watch the short.
Keep the energy going.
Watch the short one, Dakota.
Don't let this drop. Heads on, Tritons. 0-0. Heads on. Let's not let up now.
Badgers kick off. Another semi-deep one there. That one's going to hit the ground, bounce into the hands of Pierre Wansbury. Outside of the 22, though. So it will be just played. Hugo Minar getting a nice ball to Viance Vano. Back to Hugo Minar. And Cheeto finding some space on the outside. He's got a few. He's just got to burn. A nice tackle by the scrum half for Wisconsin there. That was a try-saving tackle if I have ever seen one. Tuya Tupuola. He's finding a nice line, and he is off to the races. An All-American lock coming out of Hawaii. Making a statement here with a nice hard line right up the gut. 38-0, pending conversion attempt. Reese Smith right in front of the post on this one.
There you go, Tox. That was so bad. Whoever did that, don't do that again.
Slotted through the center. Reese Smith putting more points on the board for his boys. 40-0 is your count, just 5 minutes into the second half.
Hey, 4 minutes, Hunter. Get this ball in the air. Let's go. Get this ball in the air. Let's go, boys. That ball doesn't touch the ground. Let's go.
Short, watch the short again.
A nice kick by the scrum half. Fielded well by Tuya Tupuola. He's running hard into contact there. He's looking for another. He got a taste of the tri-zone, and he wants another sample. Reese Smith getting this ball to Fiance Vanu, who got it out. Looking for, I'm not sure who he's looking for there, Jaden Williams or Jeremiah Flowers. Possibly Jeremiah Flowers.
You're good, Jay.
Substitutions coming on for the Tritons. Malik Thomas, Lane Prusner, and Hunter Staub coming off. The whole front row, just a quick hockey sub. We got Damian Mawala stepping in at the loose head. Kyle Banks coming in, playing hooker. And Elijah Hayes, the big man, not so big as last year, but still massive human being, coming in at tight head prop. And they're making their presence known to start. It's a big scrum for the Tritons, but the Badgers did get that out the back. Ball on the ground for the Badgers. Dove on nicely by the number 14. And a huge hit. Good for him for holding on to that ball. That was a massive collision. You could feel it from over here. Obstruction by the Sir. Calls it on himself. One more time, and that might be a yellow for Chris Draper. It's going to be a scrum down to the Badgers. The Sir just got away on that one. He's going to reset play. Doesn't want anybody to catch a disadvantage from that. That ball gets out of the back. Kicked by Dakota Southworth. The flanker with good awareness. It looks like it was going to be a knock-on by the Triton player to try to scoop that up. Badgers have a advantage right now, scrum advantage right now. Uh-oh. Yellow card to somebody. Looks like yellow card to Elijah Hayes. I would imagine might have been a high tackle there. Or no wrap, something of that sort. I did not see it. He's going to be off for 10. Penalty awarded to the Badgers. Pierre Wansbury receiving that one from the back. He's going to get that off to the outside. A nice cut and a nice dive. Try time, Aaron Craw. Good vision. That ball did not find touch off the penalty. Just took it straight up the sideline. Reese Smith has quite the kick ahead of him there, though. That ball was dotted down as far wide as it could be. He's going to be kicking from touch. Tuya Tupuola had a very good, solid game. Broke through for a try. Couple nice runs. He's going to be subbing off here. Maceo Cummings stepping onto the field in place of him. Reese Smith sizing up this monster of a conversion attempt. A big boot. He's got the distance. He's got the try. The kick, the conversion. It was good. It was good. Sorry, I apologize. I got super excited there. As difficult of a conversion as you will ever see, Reese Smith slots that like it was nothing. 47-0 is your tally. 30 minutes left in this matchup.
11:02 for life.
Blue ball.
A beautiful kick by the scrum half. Well contested in the air. Went straight back. Play on, says the sir. Scooped up by Maceo Cummings, who just subbed on. Hugo Menard with a skip pass out to Reese Smith. He's got that to Jaden Williams. He gets that off to Viance Vano. Viance Vano looking for an offload. Offload to Jeremiah Flowers. Jeremiah Flowers has some wheels. He keeps that ball in bounds. Scooped up by the Badgers. And Badgers do have possession. Straight back. And dove on by Hugo Menard. Tritons have possession on the 22. Pick and go by the Tritons there. Pierre Wansbury sending this one out wide to Damian Mawala. He's going to make a big first contact. That defender's going to keep a hold and get him down. Hugo Menard looking for an inside offload to Viance Vano. Vano's got a line. He's got to dive. He's got to try. Beautiful team play there by the Tritons. They seem to have a head of steam right now, 52-0. If there's anything that any of you who have ever seen the Wisconsin Badgers play before, though, there is no fight in Wisconsin. Look for them to come with a pushback here towards the end.
Don't forget, tuck it here, shove him down. Yeah? Push him away. No.
Reese Smith sends that one just a little wide. We're going to remain at 52-0. About 27 left to go. Viance Vano had a heck of a game. He got subbed off just now for, I believe that was Malachi Vantagiato stepping into the back. Maceo Cummings getting that one out of the air. He's making one defender miss. Ezra Ulberg creating a gap, having a nice step, and another step. He's going to get this one off to Kyle Banks. Kyle Banks taking this into contact, just holding on tight. He's down. Wisconsin, I'm not sure what's happening there, but the Tritons did get the ball. Reese Smith with a kick over the top. Malachi Vantagiato scooping that one up after the kick. And it's going to be try-time Tritons. Two chasers on that one. Jeremiah Flowers and Malachi Vantagiato. Vantagiato coming up with it. And that was his very first touch of this matchup, and it went for a try from the 5 off their kick.
Nice, Malachi.
Let's go, Blue!
Reese Smith with a massive boot, wide left on this one.
Switch on, Blues, switch on. In the air, guys. Watching again, Dakota. Watch the short.
57-0 is our tally currently. All the subs are on for the Tritons. Straight back by Dakota Southworth. Scooped it up.
Down you go.
Down, Dakota, down.
A big fight from Dakota Southworth there. A nice dummy by Hugo Menard. Jaden Williams is off to the races. He's only got one man to beat. And a huge tackle onto a blanket on the touchline. Massive hit from the fullback by Wisconsin. What? That was another try-saving tackle out there.
Good boys, let's go.
Big counter ruck from the Tritons. Held strong by Wisconsin. They're going to get the ball out.
Offside.
And it's going to be an offsides penalty awarded to the Tritons. That ball was kicked forward, caught by a player for the Wisconsin Badgers ahead of where the kick was.
Good stuff, Elijah. Yeah, let's keep it going. Yeah, keep your head on.
It appears that it's going to be a kick for post off a penalty. Again, a kick for post off a penalty is worth 3 points, and the ball, if not slotted through the uprights and it stays in the field to play, is a live ball. Reese Smith sizing it up here. Flags up. Points awarded. 60-0 is the tally. About 21 left to go in this matchup. Penalty player that was in the sin bin is back on the field. Elijah Hayes is only on for about a minute before he got that first yellow card. A sky ball from the Badgers, just going 10. Stolen by Wisconsin. Ball falls out, but it goes backwards. Play on, says the sir. One sidestep makes a defender miss, but a herd of Tritons waiting to make that up. Dakota Southworth with a nice tackle there. Hugo Menard on that as well. Damian Mawala catching the ankle. Alec Johnson with a good tackle there. Hugo Menard making first contact there. Elijah Hayes making up the other half of that tackle. A nice stiff arm. And a big stick by Jeremiah Flowers there. Hugo Menard trying to take down the big guy. He is down.
It's out. It's out. It's out.
Maceo coming, scooping up the loose ball there. And a big clean out coming by Kyle Banks on that ruck. And a kick downfield to an open space for Hugo Menard. Aaron Craw, Cheeto on the chase. Nobody ends up getting it. A Badger gets up and fixes it. And a sliding Badger falls right into the chest of, I'm not sure who that was, but it was a big collision. Pierre Wansbury, it appears. And a big poach by the Tritons. Ezra Ulberg, head of steam. Ball pops out backwards. An offload from Triton Thompson to Dakota Southward to Kyle Banks, but that's going to be a forward one. Playing the penalty advantage for not releasing. And a quick one by Hugo Menard. And he finds a gap, creates some space. He's going to score a try. That is his first match as a Triton. And it appears Hugo Menard is going to get his look at a kick here. Beautiful kick right down the center by Hugo Menard. He's got 7 points to his name in the 67-0 count. Just under 17 left to play in this matchup.
We're all helping. Kit for the next game.
A deep kick by the Badgers. Maceo Cummins holding strong in there. Contact as soon as he catches it. And a clean out from the entering the side by Kyle Banks there. It's going to give a back 10. I believe this is probably about the deepest the Badgers have been with possession in Triton territory in this matchup. Just inside the 22, they're going to have their line out. If anything holds true here from last year's team, look for the Badgers to maul in from here. And it does not. They get it off the top, and they're going to get it out. A clean poach by Alec Johnson there. He is having a massive game. A box kick from Pierre Wansbury, a favorable bounce. Taken by the 14 for the Badgers and offloaded nicely. And it's going to be drug into touch. Apparently not. Chris Draper was on top of that, though. Straight back, says the sir. Big Elijah Hayes wrapping up and holding steady. This is going to go into a maul. Nothing's going to come of it. Triton's with the scrum down.
There you go, Debo. Same again, big boy. Big scrum. Tight five. Tight five.
A Badger tried to run high into Elijah Hayes, and he just gave him a hug. Never let go. It's going to win some possession for the Tritons in the form of a scrum down right at the 50. Badgers with another big push. You got to give credit to them here. They have not given up in those scrums 1 inch.
13 white. 13 white.
Nice, Damien.
Wisconsin with some subs still left. They're going to send back in their tight head prop.
Let's go. Well done, Blade. Well done, bud. Whoa. Come on. Get low.
Some nice runs for the man coming off there. He had a good game. The big scrums continue for Wisconsin. Driving back the Tritons, but dug out nicely by Ezra Ulberg there. He gets an offload to Pierre Wansbury. And that was probably offloaded forward, I would imagine. It's going to be a scrum down to Wisconsin.
Head up, Ezra. Keep the 50-50s.
And the Tritons answer with a big scrum of their own. That ball is out. Offloaded forward by the Badgers.
Good hustle, Dakota. Good hustle, baby.
And we're going to have another scrum down, this time to the Tritons.
To the right.
Come on, Debo.
Big contact by the Badgers. It's going to be lost forward. Tried to scoop up by Malachi Vantagiato. Lost forward again. And we have an injury on the field. That's going to be Jaden Williams.
Go, 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 go.
Trainer Derek on to the rescue. He's going to be checking out Jaden Williams here.
Hold on, boys. Get on. Hunter.
Nice, Alex. Yes, Gregor, boy.
Jay, walk it off, boy. Walk it off. Come on.
Literally.
Gregor Gorla is stepping back on, subbing in for Jaden Williams with the injury.
There we go, Derek. Love it.
Big shout out to our amazing training staff here. Trainer Derek taking care of all these guys, and it is a massive team. He's got a lot of obstacles on his hand, but he has done quite well for our boys so far.
Stay. Turn around. U-turn.
Yeah, he is.
He's on.
After a little bit of ring around the rosy there, we're going to get back to match play. Badgers with a scrum down at the 50. A big tackle was that Dakota Southworth again. He is just a massive force to be reckoned with in the breakdown. And that is Dakota Southworth and Alec Johnson again in on a tackle. Ezra Olberg making it difficult to do anything in the back line for these guys. Good clean out by the Badgers there. A big run by the hooker there. Contact made by Ezra Olberg. Jeremiah Flowers, the winger, bringing him down. Loss forward.
Good run, too.
Big angry boy.
Scrum down awarded to the Tritons.
Trust your speed.
Reese Smith making one-man miss and then finding a lane. He's off, and they got a massive overload on the outside. Hugo Minar with a dummy pass to Malachi Vantagiato and then a backwards pass to the inside. Aaron Craw taking that one in. I believe that is a hat trick for Cheeto. Having a great day on the wing out there. Great team play all around.
Don't act like you taught that guy. Give him talent.
Looks like Hugo Minar is going to have a shot at this one. Another conversion from inside the 5, between the 5 and the touch. Going to be quite a strike if he gets it there. Hugo Minar sizing it up. He's got a boot on him as well. Just wide is that conversion attempt. The score remains 72-0. 7 minutes left to go.
7 more minutes, boys.
Aaron Craw with an injured shoulder coming off. No more subs. Tritons are going to be playing 14 for the last 7 minutes of this matchup.
Attaboy Bryce. Ooh, Damien.
Don't hurt yourself.
This kick is not going to go 10. Killed by the Badgers. I imagine we're probably going to elect for a scrum down center.
I might have missed a couple, but even still. Come on, Debo, big scrum. Hey, White, you gotta get way back. He made a few double honestly, everything else.
A pick and go by the 8-man scrum half, getting a kick through. Reese Smith on the chase. And the fullback for Wisconsin scoops it up. Reese Smith got the tackle. Ezra Olberg is down there to assist with some defense. And it is play on for the Badgers. Ball lost forward, picked up by Alec Johnson. Tritons with possession inside the 22. Gregor Gourlay getting this one out to Hugo Minar. Hugo Minar, kick over the top. Reese Smith making a massive hit taking him into the try zone. It's going to be a 5-meter scrum, taken in by the Badgers. Scrum awarded to the Tritons here.
There's no contest. He's my man on that.
Scrum won by the Tritons. Hugo Menard gets that one out to Gregor Gorley. Takes that one into contact. Kyle Banks on the outside. That's your tight head prop playing, or that's your, I apologize, that's your hooker playing wing for a minute. He's going to dot a try down in. Hugo Menard kicking from the touchline. Off the post and slices it in from the touchline. That's 2 today from the touchline for the Tritons today. What a kick. What a kick.
Told you you'd have it.
79-0. 2.5 minutes left to play in this one. Trey Thompson catching that one. Getting the offload to Elijah Hayes. He's going to fend off a couple, and he's off and running and handing the ball to a defender. A very nice poach.
That's his shoulder! Hey, Dakota's head. Dakota.
We've got blood spilling from the face of Dakota Southworth. Elijah Hayes on the ground. Elijah Hayes is back up. We're trying to stop the bleeding on Dakota Southworth.
That was a head-on-head, all right.
Nice one, Dakota.
We're going to the Knox. And it appears to be a Triton scrum down. Pierre Wansbury just getting swarmed. Stripped nicely by the Badgers. Try-saving tackle there. And the Badgers have a massive offload. Kyle Banks off to the races. The winger for the Badgers. One man to beat and a knock forward. Scrum down awarded to the Tritons. Big hustle play. Tritons are playing with 13 right now. They only had 7 in the scrum, I believe. And only 5 in the backs. Triton's beaten and battered right now. They're going to need to win this scrum. Time is at 15 seconds if they want to keep the goose egg on the board for the Badgers. Tritons need a big scrum here. Badgers do get a try in. A huge scrum from Wisconsin. No quit there. Scooped it up, dotted it down. Props to them. In a match like this, it's easy to just give up, and they absolutely did not on any second of this match. That one's going to go wide right, and that is going to be the end of the matchup. Final whistle blown by referee Christopher Draper. A beautiful match by him as well. 79-5 is your final tally. Again, thank you for tuning in to Triton Nation. I am Dan Petefish, coming to you with the commentary. Some wonderful assistants here on camera. Seth, Gaz, Phillip, all doing a fantastic job bringing this production to you. And we are signing off. Thank you for tuning in.